most famous shipwreck in history sank in 1912. We didn't find it until 1985, 73 goddamn years. And when we finally did, it was by accident. Welcome to Vantage. On April 15, 1912, the RMS Titanic, the unsinkable ship, hit an iceberg and dragged 1,500 people to the bottom of the North Atlantic in under 3 hours. The whole world lost its mind, and almost immediately people started asking, where is it? Here's the thing nobody tells you. The ocean isn't a swimming pool. It's not even a lake. The North Atlantic is a dark, crushing, freezing hellhole that goes down nearly 13,000 feet in some places. That's 2.5 miles straight down. At that depth, the pressure would collapse you like a Coke can. No light, no visibility, no map, nothing. In 1912, humans barely understood what was down there. We didn't have satellites, we didn't have sonar, we didn't have remotely operated vehicles. We had boats, ropes, and optimism. And optimism doesn't cut it at 13,000 feet. So the Titanic just sat there, undisturbed, for decades. The US military had their own dirty secret at the bottom of the Atlantic. 2 nuclear submarines, the USS Thresher and the USS Scorpion, had both mysteriously sunk in the 1960s. Enter Robert Ballard, oceanographer, naval reserve officer, and arguably the most stubborn man in the history of deep-sea exploration. Ballard had developed something revolutionary, a deep-sea robot called Argo, a camera-equipped submersible sled that could be dragged along the seafloor and beam live video back to a ship above. So the Navy made Ballard a deal. Find our submarines first, assess the reactors, make sure nothing's leaking, do it without telling anyone, and if you have any time left, go find your little ship. Ballard said yes. He was put on active military duty, and to the rest of the world, he was just an oceanographer hunting for the Titanic. The whole Cold War angle wasn't declassified until the 2000s. In July 1985, the French research vessel Le Suroît started the first phase, dragging sonar back and forth across the search zone in a pattern called mowing the lawn. 5 weeks, rough weather, not a damn thing. Then Ballard's team took over on the RV Canor. He had 12 days left. Searching the submarines had taught him something crucial. When a ship sinks, it doesn't just fall straight down in one piece. It breaks apart, and all the smaller debris, plates, furniture, boilers, equipment, gets carried by the current and spreads out across the seafloor in a long trail before the main hull arrives. At 1 a.m. on September 1st, 1985, a boiler appeared on the screen, then another, then hull plating. Ballard walked up to the deck alone, looked out at the ocean, and just stood there in silence 73 years, 2.5 miles down, and a Cold War secret that made the whole thing possible. The Titanic wasn't just hard to find because of the ocean. It was hard to find because the technology literally didn't exist yet. And when it finally did, it took a classified military operation to fund it. That's the part nobody talks about. Hit subscribe. We go deeper.